In this video, we'll dive into the K-Control configurator and set up our first control dashboard. You will need a K-Array installer account to do this, so make sure it's active before you begin. Okay, now that I'm logged in here, let's go ahead and create our installation. First thing I'll need to do is either select or create a plant for our installation to live on the K-Array cloud. In this case, I'm going to create a new one, and I'll name it K-Array Restaurant. Okay, and then create. And here I can link it to a client. So in this case, it would be the restaurant owner. So in here, I do have the restaurant owner set up as a client, and this is because we created a partnership with our restaurant owner in the previous video. So I'll click next here. And if I wanted to, I could put in some information about the restaurant here, but I won't do that right now. Let's create the installation. Now, one of the first things you'll need to do in your installation is create devices. Devices represent the K-Array amplifiers that are installed on site that you plan to control with your dashboard. Okay, let's go ahead and add a device. And the model amplifier I have in this case is a KO2i. And I'll go ahead and get the host name and IP address from the web app. So go over here. The host name and IP address of your amplifier is always in the top right corner of the web app. So I'll just copy and paste all this here. And we'll add. Okay, so now that we have our device created, let's go ahead and create a dashboard. A dashboard represents one page in the K-Control mobile app. And at this point, we'll want to start thinking about how to organize this. For example, let's say there are 3 separate rooms in our restaurant: the main dining room, the bar, and a private dining room. If all I need is one volume control fader for each room, maybe I can fit the whole installation into one dashboard. For larger and more complex installations, it might be wise to create a separate dashboard for each room instead. For our example here, I'm going to create a dashboard for the main dining room in our restaurant. So I'll go up here and just label it. And then we'll go down here and click Edit in order to enter the workspace. Okay, so now we can start to add components to our workspace. There are 2 types of components here. The first are K-Array components, which are pre-built by K-Array and easy to use and configure. There are also simple components, which are really just building blocks to create custom components. We'll talk more about these later. Okay, so let's start by adding in a K-Array volume component. So we'll drag and drop this into here. And from here, you can grab this and move it around if needed. You can also change the size. You can make it vertical, and if you'll notice, as I release here, it is snapping to the grid. The grid here in the workspace represents how much space you have on this dashboard to add components. Okay, let me put this back in the corner, and as you go, there is also an app preview button over here in the top right that you can click. So this gives you an idea of what your dashboard will look like on the K-Array mobile app. And as you can see, the fader is the same size and in the same position as it is in our grid. Let's go back to the workspace and continue editing. Okay, so now let's get this volume fader set up to actually control the amplifier. If we click the component here, this component edit window comes up on the right. So since this is a pre-built K-Array component, there's already a volume service created down here. We just need to fill in the variables. Now these services are how K-Control communicates with the REST API that's integrated into all Oscar-based devices. To continue with our restaurant example, let's say we have a background music source coming in on inputs 1 and 2 of our amp, and a DJ source coming in on inputs 3 and 4. The restaurant owner has asked for separate volume control for both sources. Let's use this volume component to control the background music. So we'll go up here and we'll just label it background music. Now let's select our host, which in this case is the dining room amp. This is the device that we had set up earlier. And then we'll go to channels. We'll do channel 1. Direction is input. So right now this is only controlling input 1. So what we'll have to do is add another volume service. Select the host again, and then we'll do input 2. Now in our example, the 2 channels we're controlling are in fact on the same amplifier, but this doesn't have to be the case. You can enter a different host for the volume service, and it will control a channel on a different amp with the same fader. Up here you can also set a minimum and maximum volume for your fader, which directly corresponds to the gain values you see in the web app. For example, let's say the restaurant owner has found that even with a packed dining room, the system never needs to be turned up past -3 dB. They're concerned that one of their employees might accidentally let their finger slip and turn the speakers up way too loud. We can set the maximum volume here to -3 dB to guarantee it never goes past that point. Now to save your changes here in the K-Control configurator, you simply refresh the page. There's another save button up here, but this one actually saves the component you just created as a custom component. This will become more useful in the next video when we get into custom components, so for now I'll just delete it. Now if I want to quickly create a second volume fader for our DJ input, I can just copy and paste the one we have here already. So click the copy button right over here, and I just need to select where I want to paste it in, and then I'll use the paste shortcut on my keyboard. Okay, now I just need to go and edit it so that it's set up for the DJ input. So first let's change the label to DJ. Host is still the same. Let's just change the inputs because remember the DJ is coming in on inputs 3 and 4. Okay, and I'll refresh to save my changes again. Okay, so now that our volume control is set up, let's add in some source switching with the K-Array source component. This will automatically pick up and display any routing presets that are saved on our host amplifier. Let me hop over to the web app of our amp and show you what I mean. Alright, so I'm over in the web app now. I'll go to the routing tab. And you can see I have a couple of routing presets down here, BG Music and DJ. So right now we're on background music, which is just playing the player. If I want to switch to DJ, I can click this button here. You can see the routing changes. The source component in K-Control is essentially giving our restaurant owner the ability to toggle these routing presets without needing to access the web app directly. Let's go back to the K-Control configurator and finish setting this up. So back in the configurator, let's just add in our source component. And then we just have to select the host. And that's really it. It'll automatically read those routing presets from the amplifier. Now that we have all this set up, let's open up the K-Control mobile app to test it out. Okay, so right now I'm logged in as our restaurant owner on the K-Control mobile app, and we're viewing the web app on the amplifier at the same time. So let's go over to levels and we'll test out our volume fader here. Okay, so it does appear to be working. And you'll notice that when the fader is maxed out in K-Control, the web app stops at -3 dB because we set our maximum volume there in the configurator. All right, looks like the DJ volume is working as well. All right, let's go over to routing and test our source component. Okay, looks like this is recalling those routing presets just like we set it up to do. At this point, I encourage you to explore some of the other K-Array components in the configurator and to start creating your own dashboards. In the next video, we will learn how to make our dashboards more aesthetically pleasing, and we'll go over creating custom components with editable API services. Thanks for watching.